Hey everybody, Sharon here from VidGamiac.com. Here we are today starting the Roots of Dread update for Dead by Daylight, and we are going for the Hiding Seeker achievement. This is to escape a chase by hiding in a locker a total of 35 times. This is going to be done from the survivor side. You can get this done with anyone, however, I highly recommend using Meg for this, as she's going to have a very useful perk in the form of Quick and Quiet. So make sure you use Meg and equip that, or if you happen to have her leveled up enough, you should be able to equip this on any of your other survivors. So the best way to grind this achievement out is to first off find the killer, and then what you want to do is you want to make sure you have the killer start a chase with you. There are going to be two things that count as starting the chase. First off, you're going to have the killer move towards you. So the killer has to have their reticle pointed at you, and they're going to have to move in your direction. Or if the killer attacks you, that should also start a chase. Nonetheless, once you are in a chase with the killer, what you want to do is you want to make sure you start running towards your nearest locker. And try your best to give them the slip, and the way that Quick and Quiet is going to work is you are able to enter a locker and not have it make the locker noise. So if you are able to position yourself right, you can slide into a locker and not have the killer be privy to your location. Just remember to try your best to throw them off with your scratch marks. Make sure you try to leave scratch marks away from the locker so you don't make it super obvious. But you should be able to give killers the slip this way. So make sure you get into a chase, make sure you give them the shake, and then make sure you try to loop them around the environment. Once you spot the locker, make sure you stop running so you don't leave any more scratch marks, and make sure you try to give them the misdirection. Slide into the locker. If Quick and Quiet is still available, it should allow you to go inside without making any noise. And what's going to count towards the achievement is if you get the escape status in the upper right, which is going to signify the end of the chase. The killer should be thrown off, and then you can let Quick and Quiet charge while you're still in the locker. Once it's charged back up, make sure you exit, make sure you re-engage the killer in another chase, and make sure you just keep doing this until you bank up your 35. It is going to be a little bit on the grindy side, but you do want to keep these quirks in mind. First off, you do not want to get too far away from the killer, as you are going to want to stay in the chase in order for it to count. The other thing is, even if the killer wises up to your spot in the locker, as long as the escape notification pops up in the upper right before the killer can open the locker to grab you, you should be able to get that to count as the end of the chase. So make sure you do keep that in mind, and then just keep working at it until you bank up your 35. Also, make sure you actually are in the chase before you do go for the locker. So make sure that you fulfill either one of the two requirements of the killer actually chasing you or having them attack you at least once. You want to make sure you take care of that, and you should get the count for the achievement if you do manage to give them the slip. So if you are having trouble with the killer actually chasing you, remember, you can always start a chase with the killer if you take a hit from the killer. So if you need to get the chase going towards you, make sure you do take a hit, and then you should be able to have that start the chase. Make sure you go for the nearest locker, and then make sure you wait till that escape pops up in the upper right, and that should be what counts towards the achievement. And then just keep working on this until you bank up your 35. It should take quite a few games, so make sure you are patient with it. But once you finally get it, it should be worth 10 gamer score for the achievement. And that's all there is to it.